if I go out with my boyfriend somewhere and he's carrying my guitar, like he always people always think that he's the guitar player, the rock star. Um, and then if I'm carrying it, they think I'm carrying it for him. And it's like it's just funny. People just don't think that associate women with being in rock and roll.
There's a new wave of badass female guitarists in the rock scene. Nita Strauss, Sophie Lloyd, and of course, Britt Lightning from Vixen. But it's still not easy to break into this male-dominated industry. In this interview, Britt opens up about her experiences as a female guitarist in the rock world and why it's important that, as a star and as the musical director for Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp, she helps to make sure that females have opportunities and role models to help pave the way for a new generation of girls to rock the stage.
Yeah, it's very important because, rock and roll has always kind of been a male-dominated industry, and it still is. Um, Funny enough, last night I was just watching that documentary out on Paramount Plus, Nothing But a Good Time. I don't know if you heard about that. That came out about the 80s metal scene. And, and Roxy from Vixen is on there talking and about how, the radio stations and concerts and stuff, they would only put one band with females anywhere. It's like, all the other ones have many male, you know, um, band members. But if there was one female band member, then it was limited. Like there was a quota. It was like one per radio station, one per, so that's wild to me. And I'm so grateful that we're breaking that down right now. But even at our regular rock and roll fantasy camps, there's usually about 75 people that come to a camp, and about five of them are women always, and out of 75. So I said to David Fishoff, the founder of Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp, I said, I think that we need to have a women's only camp. And he said, if you only get five women, how are you going to sell out a whole camp of women only? And I said, they're going to come because it's only women. And I think it's needed because, it can be an intimidating environment. And we've kind of been,
Yeah.
women have kind of been influenced to think that they're not, they're not good enough. Like, for example, uh, if I go out with my boyfriend somewhere and he's carrying my guitar, like people always think that he's the guitar player, the rock star. Um, and then if I'm carrying it, they think I'm carrying it for him. And it's like, it's just funny. People just don't think that associate women with being in rock and roll. So it's very important to have this just environment that is supportive and inclusive. And the first all-female rock camp we had was in 2022. And I have to say, there's a final performance at like the Whiskey A Go-Go or the Viper Room on the last night of camp where every band gets out and plays a set. And usually at the regular camps, people are supportive, but once they get off stage, they go up to the rainbow and do shots, whatever, with their band. At the women's camp, everybody stayed. Everybody was glued to the front, supporting each other because they all kind of went through this journey together and they were all rooting for each other. So it was just a very cool, like community vibe. And it gives me the chills talking about it because it was just so special. And everybody made friends. Everybody keeps in touch, and it's just a really great thing. And a lot of people that come to the camps too say, I'm just like a loner, and by the way, we have people that come to camp that are ages 10 to 75,
Oh,
and
wow.
so it's all ages, all skill levels from all over the world. People come from Europe or the States or Canada or South America, everywhere. And they say, I kind of felt alone because I don't know any other girls my age that are into this music. And, I don't know where to turn to. And so the women's camp really gives them a place to network and find like-minded people that share the same passion.
Incredible stuff. Now, for people that don't know about the Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp, you've kind of given us a little taste here and there. Give us a little bit more detail about what exactly it is and how people can get involved with that.
Yeah, so the motto at Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp is changing lives through music and making your rock star dreams come true. So you join a band for 4 days. As I mentioned, you can be any level, any age. I'm the musical director at the camps. I talk to everybody before the camp and get a vibe for their personality, experience, what they hope to get out of camp, and I place them in bands. The bands are together for 4 days and they're mentored by a rock star counselor like Vinny Appice, the drummer for Black Sabbath and Dio, or Tony Franklin from The Firm. We have amazing counselors, Joel Hoekstra from Whitesnake. And everybody, all these counselors mentor bands, and we help prepare them to jam with their musical heroes. So, for example, at this women's camp, The special guest rock stars is Nancy Wilson. So we prepare them to jam a heart song with Nancy. Play a song with Nita, play a song with Sheila E., play a song with all of the special guests that come through camp. And then they also get to play two live performances at live venues where their family and friends can come, and it's open to the public as well, so they can all watch and cheer them on. And they're on stage at a legendary venue, like I said, Whiskey or Viper Room, place like that. And then throughout the 4 days of camp, there's also jam rooms, master classes, band rehearsals, Q&A sessions with the special guests. So we really pack in a lot of activities into these 4 days. It's like full immersion. We say, hey, put your phones away, just be here, get involved in the music. And one of my favorite things that comes out of camp is people saying, I've been taking guitar lessons once a week for 4 years now, but I learned more in these 4 days than I have in 4 years, and I'm ready to go now. And some people have never even played in a band before, and now they get a taste of what it's like, and they go out and form bands in their hometown or go to auditions. They have the confidence to get out there and really do it. And then for those people that are even more advanced, like sometimes we get people that play in tribute bands of the special guests, and so they really know the music, and this just helps them to network and get to the next level. And the bonds that you create with the counselors of talent and the other campers is really it's a magical thing. I've never seen anything else like it, which is why I just dove into this and got so involved.
It does sound incredible. And when you talk about the rock star legends, I mean, I looked ahead. I think February you've got the likes of Stuart Copeland and Robbie Krieger from The Doors and Jeff Skunk Baxter. And it's not just kind of people on the periphery. These are huge, huge names that are involved every single time.
They are absolutely. And yeah, we've had, I mean, we've had Jeff Beck, we've had Joe Perry, we've had Alice Cooper, we've had Roger Daltrey from The Who, Paul Stanley, so many people. So it's awesome. And the fact that these guests keep coming back
Yeah.
is just a testimonial to how great the experience is, because they don't need to do this. They don't, but it's a really different experience. And it's not like you're meeting people. It's not like a fan meet and greet. It's like these are musicians. So these
Hmm.
rock stars talk to you like a fellow musician, you're on the same playing field. It's like, everybody came from somewhere and they share their story, and it makes the campers feel like, well, they can do it too. They're just a normal person, just like me, after hanging out with them and talking to them. And, I never forget one camper was freaking out. Jerry Cantrell of Alice in Chains came to a camp, and after all the jams and everything, he just sat down next to him and was eating a sandwich with him. And he was like, this is so weird. And Jerry's like, I eat sandwiches too. Like, I'm just a person like you. So, but it kind of just makes everything seem possible.
Phenomenal stuff. And to find out some more information, where's the best place to go?
Yes, rockcamp.com has all of our upcoming camps, and then you can follow us at Rock Fantasy Camp on the socials.